arimasen.
What the fuck did you say?
I don't know in Japanese.
Oh, girl, you know I don't know Japanese yet. And I never will. I say yeah, and I never will. Like, I never will.
Maybe.
Nah, you Gucci.
So I got a question for you.
Okay, hit me.
What do you get when you put two girls in front of a camera?
Brew Queens.
Awkward podcast. Yeah! Let's do this.
Let's do it, bitch.
Do it. An awkward podcast.
Awkward is very much the brand.
Yeah. I think I just radiate awkward energy.
Yes. Same.
Dustin, like, my brother was making fun of me. He was just like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, I am awkward. And you know what? Gosh dang it, guys find it attractive. So let me be.
Yeah.
Me, my
bitch.
praying mantis arms going on right now.
Let me T-Rex your life. You know? Mm-hmm. Oh my God. No, I'm awkward and it doesn't do me any fucking favors at all. I'm just awkward. So.
Everybody likes somebody awkward.
I guess, but then the dudes who end up liking me are way weirder than me than like what I can handle. So I've completely given up.
My problem is I'm just too picky.
That too.
It's
good
my
to have
voice.
Standards. Oh,
my
fuck
voice.
off.
Can't help it. I always sound disinterested.
It's who you are, and heaven forbid someone has to work at it to realize when your slight changes in voice what they mean.
I'm actually disinterested.
And you are actually disinterested the entire time.
Oh my gosh.
God damn it.
That's good. That's good. I'm proud of us.
I fucking tell you what. All right. This episode I am actually gonna drink. Let me see if I can get
ASMR.
I'm sure that was shitty as fuck. This is a Corona seltzer.
I've been wanting to try those.
They're pretty good.
The Bud Light ones are pretty good.
Yeah. I love the strawberry Bud Light one. Ari now wants to lick my can. That is not a sexual innuendo. No, but yeah, Corona's pretty good. I like them a lot. And they're only 90 calories a can. So you save 10 versus all the other seltzers. So that floats your fancy.
Mm-hmm.
So, and just to be clear, my cat licks the can because she likes the condensation.
I know, I can see her. She's going,
yep.
Blub, blub, blub.
Blub, 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 blub. Are you nasty? You're gross. And that's why I love you.
Awkward silence will have to be cut out.
Yeah, do you know how much awkward silence I had to cut out? I forgot.
It's because we're not used to the whole recording thing yet.
We're not. We have awkward silences around each other all the time. So.
Like I said, awkward energy. I thrive on awkward energy.
As we all should. It's fine.
So one thing is, like, people who are like, oh my gosh, I hate awkward conversations. I'm like, man, I live for those things.
It's all I have.
Try to say something that's going to make me awkward. I'm going to be like, you right, you got me, you right. I'm going to golf clap for you, and then I'm probably going to finger gun walk away from you. That's how this is going to go.
Like, make very tiny, like, pew, pew, pew noises, and then just,
pew,
like...
Pew. Like the one time I have inflection. Pew, pew, pew.
Pew. Anyway. I wish I could take a drink of my seltzer, but Ari's still going ham. So let's move. Let's go.
So exciting things were happening in Twitter this last week.
Oh my God. Yeah. So I don't know if any of our listeners do anything K-pop at all. But we're probably going to talk about it too much on this podcast. But I still wanted to talk about all the awesome shit that K-pop fans have been doing. So first of all, I don't know if y'all have seen where in like Dallas, the police department sent out a on their Twitter, hey guys, report protesters and like put them on our app.
Yeah.
And then I think someone suggested, they're like, hey, K-pop fandom, can you do something about this?
I saw a thing, it was like anonymous. Yeah.
Or was it anonymous?
I don't know. I saw Anonymous's tweet like, hey, calling all K-pop fans.
Do your thing, bitch.
Yeah, I don't know how it originated. I just saw the K-pop bat signal and I just went,
here she goes.
here I go again on my own.
Yeah, man. So they crashed that Dallas police app. They've flooded the White Lives Matter and All Lives Matter hashtags on Twitter with fan cams.
It's great. It's awesome. Because
Yep.
it's just like, people are like, why are you doing that? You're just giving them that hashtag as a trending. But then you see like the subcategory, it's K-pop.
It's K-pop. Or like,
no.
I was reading a Vox article and one of them was like music. Like,
yeah.
But, it's to drown out like the actual hatred. That's what it's for. So yeah, it's trending.
K-pop fans are putting hater blockers on that hashtag.
Listen, white people, sit the fuck down, aka myself. I'm already sitting down. I'm very comfortable in this chair. Just letting you know.
It's just one of those things. I was just so incredibly happy to see that.
Yeah.
And people were super supportive because I know beforehand, like when the whole protest started, when I forget what was trending, something was trending, and they're like, are you kidding me, K-pop fans? Why are you having that trending? Like, we need to keep Black Lives Matter trending.
Yep.
And so there was a lot of like backlash. And then, we got called and we helped out, and they're like, proud of you. All right. I support you. I take it back.
See, now you support us when we do something good. So don't ever shit on us in the future. And by us, I mean, I don't ever like tweet anything. I just see it. But
I retweeted like, I posted some stuff too, but it was those dedicated hardcore K-pop fans that, you
want shit done. You call the K-pop fandom. That's what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Such as
they're so good. They're such good fans.
We got the best fucking fandom, such as ARMY raised $1 million to match BTS's $1 million donation to the Black Lives Matter movement.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I actually donated to that. So I just wanted
to
say I could be like a little part of it. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, I mean, go ahead.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
Well, I was just saying, like, I was already making a donation spree last week. And so I was just like,
that's good.
That was like the last one I made.
Well, ARMY's like always doing stuff like that. Like when the concerts got canceled, they took the money from the concerts and put it towards relief.
Yep.
For COVID.
Yes.
And that was amazing. That was so much money.
Dude.
So they're always doing something. And I know that was mostly, I'm not going to say all of it. I don't know. It was pretty much mostly all the K armies because it was over in Korea, but it was still fantastic. I'm sure there were some non-K armies in there, but it was mostly K armies, and it was fantastic to see that.
Well,
so humbling.
Well, I know in the US we couldn't do that because they didn't give us refunds for our tickets. So because that's what they were doing is putting the refund towards like those causes. But I mean, I'm sure there was a very large handful of people who still gave on top of still keeping their tickets. So it's just,
and I mean, some people probably did the refund and they probably donated too because they're just like, oh wow, I can't go.
Yeah.
I saw that and I was like, all right, I see you. I see what you're doing. Okay,
armies stepping up to the plate. So yeah, and then I know BTS has more donations coming in down the line. They just have to be cleared. So they're giving a shit ton of money, and then that's also opened up another conversation about whether they should have spoken up about the BLM movement at all, since it's mostly an American problem right now, even though
Well,
there's like 13 other countries who are also standing up with us.
well, I think there's some sort of prejudice in other countries.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't really speak on any of it, but I know like that for us, it's a huge issue. And that it's just like a video I watched, and they were talking to Koreans on the street, and they're asking like, what do you think about the protests in America and the whole George Floyd? Have you heard of it and everything? And people have heard of it. I've heard of him and what happened. And all of them, or all the ones that I saw, were like, he shouldn't have used the violence, that excessive violence, the police officer, think of George Floyd's family, and they were just so sad. And they were talking about how like if the Korean police force don't have that power, and they would be in so much trouble if anything of that happens.
Yeah. Well, I think Korean police have like really limited weapons that they use on citizens, and so they might have like batons and tasers, and like that's it. Like,
yeah, I don't even know. But and they were talking about how like, well, like in Korea they do a lot of protesting too. Like I think they did a peaceful protest for one of their leaders to get him to go.
Was it Moon?
To be out of office. But anyways, they are into protesting too, and they were talking about how like America should take a page out of their book about protesting, because you know if you violently protest and the government hears you, then you're going to get the wrong message across. And then there was other people where they're like, well, I can tell the media is trying to manipulate what everybody else sees. They see fires, looting, and all that stuff. They don't see that a lot of cities are doing peaceful protesting.
Yeah, it's only getting violent because, and like you said, media is terrible about putting out the actual true message, is that it's only getting violent because they set these ridiculous curfews, and then when everyone's out past curfew, then they beat the shit out of them as a reason to arrest them, and doing some shit-ass shit, like basically they've been kidnapping people and like dumping them off like 2 miles away from their houses, and then just like at like 3 a.m. letting them loose and being like, LOL, good luck. And like that one girl who went viral last week, and she had her vagina checked like 4 times just so they could like basically assault her, like sexually assault her. But they gave it a reason, being like, I don't know, like, when you hiding up there? And like thrown in cages, and I don't know. If you haven't read that story, I would have to actually look up who that girl was. Yeah, it's an awful, awful story. But yeah.
There was somebody I know that got picked up from the protests, and he was there, and he said the conditions in the prison, like he's like, it wasn't even really a prison. The place he was at, it was horrible. The hygiene's gross. They held him for 12 hours in a cramped room.
What's the point? Like, literally, what is the point?
He's like, it stunk. It was crowded. You wouldn't see people for hours, like any police officers for hours. It was terrible. Yeah. Like the conditions are so bad. They're just taking people to take people at this point.
They are. They're like trying to send a message, and then it's like, well, people are still protesting and they're trying to follow the rules, but you just beat the shit out of people anyway. Oh, not to mention the fact that you're just beating up essential workers who are just trying to go home after their 9 o'clock shift working at fucking McDonald's, because they still have to, like, you know, get paid. Like,
yeah, I've seen them.
Yeah,
I've seen them take a couple people, like they were just walking home or they were driving home, and they just yanked them out of their car or off their bike or off the street and just started beating them.
Yeah, and that's completely insane. And now it's become a conversation of both Black Lives Matter and anti-police brutality, and so it just keeps forming. And I'm like, you know, police, maybe we wouldn't be talking about like defunding you and all this other shit if you just like didn't beat the shit out of people all the time. Just a light thought, but
it was
whatever.
It's pretty bad. And then I saw, like, for that same interviews they were doing, they would they asked if they would come to America. Like,
yeah.
And it was kind of upsetting to see that, you know, a lot of them didn't want to come to America.
Yeah.
For the fact that they were racially discriminated against as well.
That's the sad fucking truth about America.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. Like, I know African Americans got discriminated. I know me, myself, as a mixed Hispanic, has been discriminated against. And it's just heartbreaking to see and hear that Asians, even before this pandemic, are being discriminated against.
Right.
It's like, why would anybody want to come here?
Yeah, here's the thing, is that America's not the powerhouse it used to be anymore. And so everyone used to see us as a land of opportunity, and now it's the land of police are going to beat the shit out of you, and white people are going to, look down on you and say, if you don't assimilate, then get the fuck out. Like, it's crazy. Mm-hmm. And so you could just as easily just like go to Britain or Australia or anywhere that has a great economy, like somewhere in the Scandinavia, like, I don't know. And like, not like, you're still probably going to experience some sort of racism, but not nearly as bad as here. That's for damn sure.
Oh yeah. It was sickening just to hear them say that. And there were some people that are like, I wouldn't come to America, but I respect the Americans that are standing up in protest against what happened. Yeah. But then there was people like, no, I would never go to America. If I had a choice of America or Canada, they would go to Canada.
Oh yeah, Canada. I love Canada. Yeah, go to Canada.
For real though. To be quite honest, I think probably within the next 10 years, I will probably move out of the country.
Do you, man? I mean, like, I've set up my career. I mean, of course, I'm less than a year into it, where it'd be kind of hard for me to leave America, but I can always pivot and do something else, but I'm not at that point yet. Yeah. I mean, you never know. Like, it could get a little bit better. Like, it could, especially if we get Trump out of office. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, the core of a lot of American values still aren't going to change. So, I don't fucking blaming you for bouncing. No one wants to come here. No one wants to stay here. So,
I know. Well, it's just like a thing. Like, I grew up mixed, and I was heavily discriminated against. Mm-hmm. And it freaking sucked. Yeah. It's like, why would I bring kids in unless I, have kids with a white guy? Yeah. They're going to be even more mixed. They're going to be more brown, or, Right. They're going to be even picked on more.
Yeah. And that is a really shitty thing that you have to consider. Like, no one should be having to consider that. But like, that's just like where we are now, and it's disgusting. And then, of course, like, there's also like the American population is getting more and more and more mixed. And so it's like, yeah, y'all are going to have to come to terms with it eventually.
Oh, yeah. We're used to be called the melting pot. Mm-hmm. For that reason, like, we're people of different cultures. We're coming here and having families together.
Yep. People are doing it all through history. Don't know why you have a problem with it now.
That was just like an interesting video that I saw, and I was like, wow, people don't want to come here. And I really do not blame them for not wanting to come here.
Yeah. You know what? There's plenty of other really nice places to visit. Like, if you are going to come to America, just go to Hawaii. Okay. Like, don't even come to the mainland. It's expensive, but it's pretty. So just go there.
It's true. If you're okay with paying like $5, $6 for gas, go right ahead.
Go right fucking for it.
I mean, I love Hawaii. Don't get me wrong.
I've never been, actually.
I went when I graduated high school.
Nice. That's dope. Just like as a graduation trip, or?
Yeah. Of course, that was like 2 months once I got released from my sling from my shoulder surgery.
Oh, yeah?
So, yeah, I was trying to, I was surfing with my arm with limited mobility in it.
Mm-hmm.
So is my right arm just dangling there, and I'm like trying
my
to
God.
release it. Worked out well. It worked out well. I'm not gonna lie.
It did.
I actually could surf.
Hell yeah, dude. You know what I can't do? Surf. I guarantee you. I'm not even gonna bother to try.
Nah,
dude, if I can't ski, I cannot be on a surfboard. So I realize it's weird to equate the two. Okay, I understand when you're surfing, things are not strapped to your feet except that little like cord or whatever to your ankle.
Yeah.
But I cannot strap things to my feet and go downhill. I cannot do it. So I don't think I can handle.
That's how I broke my ankle, so
I
understand.
You obliterated your fucking ankle.
But I honestly think you could surf. It's really not that hard. It's really not that bad.
You'd be surprised how untalented I am at everything. So like you're very athletic and very talented. I am as untalented as they come.
Destruction.
Like pretty much. Chaos, destruction. Everyone tells me to get off the court, get off the field. Please don't come back.
Oh my gosh.
You want to be the ball girl?
I don't think you're that bad. We still have to do slow pitch.
Oh yeah.
Together.
Hell yeah, dude. You be what? You want to be second base and I'll be first base?
I can do that. I'll play any position.
Okay.
Just whatever you don't want to play, I'll play.
I hate shortstop and third.
Okay. If you want to be second, girl, be second. I can be shortstop.
No, I want to be first.
Okay, then be first. I'll be second.
No, those were the only two positions I ever had in softball was pitching and first base. So
I was second base, outfield, and I pitched for a while until I started to get a lot of pain in my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
That was probably like the beginning of me obliterating my shoulder.
Yeah, pitching doesn't.
And then I was like, you know what? Nah. And also, like, I really grew to dislike softball.
Yeah.
I mean, I like it now, but
yeah,
the situation I was in, I was like, I'm not gonna play. No, not thank you.
Yeah,
I'm a pass. Hard pass. Hard pass
on that bitch. No, I totally feel you. After I stopped playing college softball, I couldn't go on a field for like 3 years. Like that's how pissed off I was at the game. And then I joined a slow pitch league, and now I'm okay with it again. So
one of my like big turning points where I knew I was done with softball was like I could hit anything. Mm-hmm. Like no matter what, I mean, I could just make contact with the ball. I can move the players on the bases. That was my job. And I was fast, so I could get to the base. Yeah. But one day, I don't know what happened. I could not make contact with the ball anymore. Yeah. I don't know if I started just pulling my head or
was it faster pitchers or
I was dipping. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Because it was the same type of pitchers. It was just
you got in your head, probably.
I think probably. But I guess that was for me. I was like, I think I'm done now.
I've had enough.
I went to volleyball. Yeah. And I love volleyball.
Yeah, you're very good at volleyball. Yeah. You're very good. So.
Yeah, until I blew out my shoulder.
Girl. God, you and your body. I've joked about it many times, but we will dedicate an entire podcast to your body ailments. We will do it.
I am just the old lady.
You're just a tiny bit fragile. That's all.
Call me paper skin.
You really are.
It's just like a combination of like I bruise easily. My body doesn't regulate myself very well. So I'm
You
always
can't
having
fucking
issues
sleep.
with that.
Yeah.
I can't sleep, period.
Yeah.
It's just terrible. I'm on the verge of getting some hardcore sleeping meds. I took some like natural stuff last night, and it was, I laid there and my eyes were just like wired. It was like I took caffeine pills.
Are you shitting
me? What is going on? No, I was not. I laid there and I was like, yeah, my body thinks it's like noon.
Oh,
it's like 2 a.m, and I had to get up at 6 o'clock.
Fuck, dude. Listen, I'm telling you, I've got hookups if you need them for Ambien. You just let me know. Actually, I don't really know if I have hookups, but I like to think I do.
We won't put that in the podcast.
Okay, great. By hookups, I mean one person.
Dre is a drug dealer.
I am drug dealer, LOL.
Oh my gosh.
The hardest drug I've ever done is ibuprofen. Actually, the hardest drug I've ever done, if you want to consider it a drug, is magnesium citrate. Do you know what that is?
I do know what that is.
Okay. I figured you would since you're in the medical profession. That
when
shit knocked me out for an entire day. That happened, it was this previous Christmas. And so I'm going to get real TMI here, but I get really bad travel constipation. And so, like, really bad. Like, I will be stopped up for 3-4 days. Like, no matter what I do.
You're stopped up and I go down with a cold. I do.
Bitch, we're both going down.
I am taking like what is that? Airborne for a week before trips because I will wake up with a fever, the sweats, and not being able to breathe the day of the trip. Every time.
Except Airborne doesn't even fucking work. Like, literally, it's just your body being a piece of shit.
Yeah, well.
I'm sorry.
Story of my life.
I hate to tell you.
You and your backed up pipes.
Yeah, that's the story. You know, my sister's a pharmacist, and so she'll be like, take this concoction of Miralax and a stool softener and Senecot. And I'll do all of that and drink beer and will not shit the next day. Like, and that's insane. And so Becca was like, Becca's my sister. She's like, we're going to have to do the last option and we're getting you magnesium citrate. And I drank half of it during the night. I drank the other half in the morning on an empty stomach, and I had nonstop diarrhea the entire day. So
you were pulling a JR. JR's my brother. Oh my god. Funny story about that.
Okay, tell me.
Some back context. I think I told you this. Have I? I don't remember. I'm gonna tell it anyways.
Please do.
So Dustin went to New York to do a internship. Dustin is my baby brother.
Mm-hmm.
And JR and his son.
JR
and my brother. Yeah, JR is my eldest brother.
Mm-hmm.
And his son is Brad. So my nephew. They decided they were hungry, so they were going to go to Moe's.
Ooh, Moe's.
Yeah.
I haven't had Moe's
in forever. Moe's isn't bad. I was like, okay, you're going to Moe's.
Yeah.
They get home, and Dustin was like, he was just playing games, and all I hear is, He takes off the headphones because he wasn't sure he heard that right. And the bathroom just, So he peeks out, and he hears Brad in the bathroom. Just his stomach was just wrecking him. But it was just pain. So he thought he had to go, but he didn't go. So then he went to bed.
Yeah.
But then he heard this god awful. He looks the other direction, and all he hears is JR in this unholy grunting and screaming as he's voiding everything that's inside of his body through the basement. He is just letting it just, as he calls it, it was just like a super soaker coming out of his butt. It was bad. It was bad. So Dustin walks over to the door, and JR's like, I need toilet paper. So Dustin goes and gets toilet paper, and he cracks
No,
the door
you need
open.
towels.
He needs some wet naps. He
Yes.
needs some wet naps.
Yes. I'm sorry. Continue. I'm sorry.
He sticks his hand in there, the toilet paper, and Jared's like, I can't reach that.
No.
And Dustin's like, we are siblings. You are my older brother, but no way and heck am I gonna walk in there and see a grown man naked pushing everything in his body out like The Exorcist.
I have to agree.
So he quickly like opened it up, tossed it, and closed the door real quick. 10 minutes later,
okay,
you hear JR just scream. So Dustin gets up and like goes to the bathroom. He has pooped so much that he rubbed his ass raw.
Listen, I've been there before. I get it. It is
the screams.
Terrible.
They were constant screams because he was wiping his butt so much.
Oh my God.
That Dustin had to go get wet wipes for his butt.
Oh my God.
Oh, you got to do it how they do in Leonard and Kenny. You got to flush as you go.
I hope he was, because I don't know how else that poor toilet would have handled it.
The funny part was he wet toilet paper and stuck it up his ass.
What the actual fuck?
Because it was so raw, he wet it and just stuck it up his ass to make it feel better.
Oh.
He walked around and he farted and it just all fell out.
Yeah. Oh. Oh God. Oh.
Long story short, I guess.
You gave the long of it, man.
Just always. No, there's so much more, but I'm just gonna leave that one to imagination.
Okay, thank you.
That when in doubt, always keep a pair of wet wipes in the bathroom.
You always got to keep the wet wipes, or this is a great plug to get a fucking bidet. I would have a bidet on my toilet if I just did not feel like messing with the water lines.
I've never used one.
I have used one in a Japanese restaurant in Nashville, and it was fantastic. It was very warm. It scared me a lot. And then I couldn't like find the thing to like turn it off, like the button. So it's just like this constant stream of like warm water like up my ass and my badge. And I'm just like, I can't make it stop. And I couldn't get off the toilet, otherwise the water would go everywhere. So it was like 20 seconds of me just trying to find the button. I finally did. Because the button to turn it on was not the same to turn it off. So I was like, what the hell?
Oh my gosh. Don't you like map that stuff out before you sit down?
No, I was just like, ooh, there's a button for a bidet. Boop. Come in.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Lord.
That is funny.
Yeah, so I will say, as much as I like bidets, do know all the buttons before you sit down. Before you pull the trigger.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
That's so funny. Is there on the topic, is there like anything that, you do specifically that nobody else does?
Yes.
That you don't know anybody that does it?
Yes. I have two things, and they're both food related. But I will start with a non-food one. I feel like other people do this though. So some people like bite their nails like when they're nervous. I clean my nails. Like I take a nail on the opposite hand and like I just like dig, and like I can't stand having dirty nails. So like if I'm bored or if I'm nervous, then I like clean them. It's weird.
And I'm a nail biter.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I've gotten better though. I'm not as bad as I was. Now I just do it when I'm like really deep in thought, and I'm just like subconsciously doing it. And I don't know until I'm like on the last finger and I'm like, damn.
I was like, oh shit. Now I gotta wait 2 months for these to grow back out. But my food related ones. So I grew up with my mom for a snack would give me applesauce and cottage cheese. And
Ew.
yeah. And I was supposed to eat them separate. Like, it was just like a dual snack like type thing. Like, you'd have like carrots and hummus or like whatever.
Yeah.
But I started like mixing them together. Like, I figured out how to make perfect proportions. Until this day, I still eat that. I still eat them.
You are gross.
Listen.
That's disgusting.
I actually prefer cottage cheese with the applesauce. I don't like it on its own as much, but I eat it. Listen, think about it. People put fucking pineapple on their cottage cheese. Like, as a sweet on top thing. It's good. Don't fucking knock it.
I'm going to beat you with that one. And I say I don't freaking eat cottage cheese. So,
well, sorry, you don't get a low-fat source of protein that's not meat-based. Itch.
I just eat peanut butter.
Still high in carbs.
It's okay. My body needs it.
Yes, your body does. By the way, we are not scared of carbs. I'm just saying. You want a
carbs is our friend.
Source.
They're
carbs
just
are friends.
Carbs are friends and food.
And food.
Let's see. Is there another one that you had?
Yeah, I got one more. I like to lick the salty side of crackers before I eat them. Like, if you ever see me eat a cracker, not like a water cracker, because they don't put salt on them. But if you...
Like a Ritz cracker?
Yeah, like a Ritz cracker or a butter cracker, like a Townhouse one. Like, I will lick, or saltine. Like, I'll lick the salt side a couple times and then put it in my mouth and eat it.
If you could see my nose right now, is flaring.
You're very flared.
It's not out of anger. It's more out of
disgust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a salt person. I have a lot of trouble eating salty things.
Yeah.
Because I grew up not eating salt.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Like on my French fries and everything, we really didn't put salt because we were always concerned with like my dad's health. So we didn't do it. And so when I eat salt, I just go, ugh. Because I'm just so used to it. But I mean, I put other seasonings on. It's just no salt. Yeah.
Well, never watch Bon Appetit YouTube channel because all they do is salt the shit out of everything. Oh, but yeah, man. I don't know why I picked it up. I can't tell you why I started or when. I've just been doing it for like ever. I just like salty shit, I guess. Well, we also didn't keep salty snacks in the house ever. Like, that was like the only salty thing we had to eat. So, because like I used to black out all the time in high school because I never ate enough salt. Well, I didn't eat enough salt, and I also wasn't drinking enough water. And so, like, every single time I stood up too fast, I would black out. And now I don't anymore because I stay well hydrated. Stay hydrated, kids.
Maybe that's what I need to do.
Yeah. Try that. All right, ma'am. I've exposed my dirty ass secrets. What you got?
We're laying the laundry out, aren't we?
I mean, someone's got to lay out the laundry. That dirty.
I'll start with the food first.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one, I've never heard of anybody who does this.
Okay.
I will make a sandwich.
Okay.
And I will put peanut butter and turkey on my sandwich.
See, that reminds me of the Purvis burger at Triple X.
It does.
I mean, it's a hamburger, not turkey.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I guess I get it. I don't approve. I would never eat it.
Because I always hear it. I always hear it with, like, beef, with burgers.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But never just a regular sandwich, just a deli cut sandwich. And I just lather a whole bunch of peanut butter, both sides, like both halves. And I put some turkey in the center and I just go to town.
You know, I don't know if I can get on board with that because I don't even like hamburger with peanut butter. That's weird, man. But it's not as bad as licking crackers. So.
Or, yeah, you weirdo.
Listen, I like salt. Fucking shoot.
Yeah, clearly.
Listen, it's the world's.
Think of like
it's the Earth's mineral.
I'm trying to think of something else that I do that nobody else does. Well, that I don't know anybody that does.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure somebody does it. Just like the peanut butter turkey thing. Somebody does it.
Yeah. I never even would have thought to do that. To be like, I'm going to put turkey and peanut butter together.
It was a complete accident. I smeared some peanut butter on and I forgot because I was putting the peanut butter in the pantry and I was going to get jelly.
Yeah.
And I saw there was turkey. And like somehow I blacked out for some reason and completely forgot that I put peanut butter on my sandwich.
Yeah.
And I thought I didn't yet. So I grabbed the turkey and I threw the turkey down and I closed it and took a bite. And I said, this tastes good, but it tastes very different. And that's when I found out I have made a concoction that I'm not sure if it's FDA approved.
The FDA approved some weird shit. I think you're okay.
It's good though.
Listen,
you gotta get the crunchy does make it better. Crunchy peanut butter makes it better, but I do stick to the smooth. I'm a smooth girl.
I do not like crunchy peanut butter. I can't tell you why, but I just can't stand it. I love smooth.
Smooth is good. Smooth like the organic smooth or just like the Jiffy or whatever?
So growing up, I would eat the Jif reduced fat all the time. Mm-hmm. And like that was smooth and I would eat it by the spoonful like constantly. I know that's not weird because I know lots of people do that.
I do. Yep. That's like my weird snack in the middle of the night where I'm like, I just need something. I need something right now. And I just grab a spoon and I just go, I have my own personal peanut butter jar and I just big scoop and I just walk around with my spoon in my mouth.
Yes, dude. And I realized the reason why I liked it was because it was so sweet. Because the reduced fat, they just put sugar in it to make it taste better. But now I get the Smucker's natural creamy stuff. Yeah. Oh my God, that shit's fucking fire. I love it.
I don't think I've ever had it.
Well, pick it up. It is a natural one. And it does. Go ahead.
I think I have almond peanut butter.
Almond butter?
Cashew. Yeah, the almond butter and then
I don't like almond butter.
Cashew butter.
I've never had cashew butter.
They're not bad. They're not bad.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 would recommend.
10. I don't know why I don't like almond butter, but I do know like the Justin's brand of almond butter, they put palm oil in it. And so that's the reason why I won't eat it. I try to avoid palm oil at all costs if I can.
Yeah, I'm like impartial on that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm a foodie, so I try to like everything.
Mm-hmm.
In some way. There's one thing, and my arch nemesis is capers.
Oh, that's right. Every time I see capers on YouTube, I think of you.
I can't. It's like an imitation pea. I just can't do it. It's freaking nasty. And I don't like pickles, but if you have it on like a sandwich with stuff, I can eat the pickle. That's fine. I just can't eat the pickle by itself.
I just can't eat pickles at all. I hate them.
I don't like them either. But, if I forget they're on my sandwich, I probably wouldn't know they were there.
See, I get pissed if I ask for no pickles on. So, like, I get the Impossible Whopper at Burger King. And I always ask for no pickles, and sometimes they put them on. And, like, even if the pickle sits on the bun too long, and then, like, a little bit of the juice gets in the bun, and then I can taste it, and I get pissed. Like, I'll still eat the sandwich, but that's how much I don't like pickles.
You eat it out of anger.
I'm just like, God, fuck pickles, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to reduce my meat consumption, and then they just give me pickles.
Oh, my gosh.
First world problems, I'm telling you what.
Let's see another thing I do. Well, my dad does this.
Okay.
But every time I do it, people look at me really weird.
Okay.
And you've seen me do it before.
Probably.
I eat everything with a utensil. Like I eat like pizza with a fork and a knife. I have a weird thing about like my hands getting covered and stuff.
Huh.
I just don't like to eat with my hands. I will, but I won't.
Don't like to. Chips with like chopsticks?
I don't really eat chips.
Okay. Because
popcorn,
Go ahead.
Popcorn, I use chopsticks.
Okay.
So.
That's kind of weird. I mean, I can't really knock it completely because, like, sometimes I'll eat, like, pizza with a fork. But usually if something is meant to be handheld, like, I will eat it handheld.
Like, I'll eat a sandwich with a fork and a knife.
Okay, that's weird.
Yeah, I will. If I can find a way not to pick up my own food and to, like, use my hands with it, I won't. If I'm at a restaurant, I will be like, okay, I just got, like, if I'm at, like, Subway with somebody and we're sitting at Subway and eating, like, I'll obviously pick up my food.
Right.
But no.
Okay. I mean, that's not the worst thing in the world. Like,
no,
you have very clean hands.
I just like using utensils.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I think I learned that from my dad because I always see my dad eating with some sort of utensil all the time. Except for, like, chips. I mean, he eats things like those with his hands, but, like, they're always, like, cutting their sandwiches up and always doing that stuff. So I'm always like, oh, that's kind of cool.
So, okay. So, like, if you go to Chipotle or Doba and you get a burrito, like, your knife and fork in that shit.
Yep. Always. I don't pick up burritos and I eat them. As a Hispanic, it's very disgraceful because my family makes fun of me. But I'm just like, I stuff my burritos so thick, like a 3C thick, that, it's just going to get all over the place. So.
But I feel like it's messier if you do, like, a knife and fork. Because I feel like you, like, are ripping apart the integrity of the burrito, and then you're having to, like, kind of stuff it all back on your fork anyway, like, with a knife.
Oh, I am. Okay. I mean, well, because I always do my burritos, like, smothered.
Oh,
so
okay,
you can't really pick them up.
That makes a difference. Okay.
I mean, like, I just had a burrito earlier, and I just had, like, shredded cheese on it, and I still wouldn't pick it up.
Okay. To me, that's different because I'm the same way. If I get a frozen burrito and I usually put cheese on it, then I'm going to knife and fork it. But if there's nothing on it, then for me, it's easier to just, like, dip it with my hands into, like, a salsa or something.
Think of something and I'll tell you if I actually eat it with a fork and knife, because I bet you I do.
Oh God, you're putting me on the spot.
Nachos, fork.
Oh, okay. How about a cannoli?
Fork.
Donuts.
Fork and knife.
It's whole part of the experience, man, is getting sticky.
That's what I don't like. I can't. Dude. I can't like eat.
Oh.
I just can't.
I'm trying to think what else. I mean, like, even like a pita wrap or like a taco. If you say you eat a taco with a fork, you might as well just be eating a taco salad.
It depends.
How does it depend?
If it's a hard shell taco, I eat it with a fork. Because no matter what I do, it always just falls apart and half of it ends up on my shirt.
Okay, well, you need to lean over your food, first of all. You can eliminate that.
Soft tacos, I eat with my hands. That is the one thing I can't do with a fork and knife. Even though how messy my hands get, I literally will walk around like a surgeon. Ribs, fork and knife.
I mean, okay, do you ever get traditional wings?
Fork.
How do you eat a traditional wing with a fork?
One hand does get dirty. So I hold the wing and it's like propped up and I take the fork and I like rip all the meat off.
Damn. Okay.
And then I just
I'm like,
but I typically get boneless though.
Right. Which is just chicken nuggets, but in a more round form.
Yeah, well, I also don't like some of the fat that gets on the traditional.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
Well, you just kind of blew my mind. I can't believe I never realized that about you, but I guess every time we've gone out to eat, it's like been utensil required.
Oh, yeah. Well, because I like that's what I've seen. Like my dad uses utensils with everything, almost like nachos. He uses a fork. He doesn't use his hands. And I guess I wanted to be like my dad, so I use a fork and knife.
Okay, so I'm sorry. I'm just like still, because to me, like the nachos, like that's the experience of like eating it with your hands. Like that's the point. Like it falls in the finger food category. But
yeah.
All right, man. Listen, you have the cleanest fucking hands in this world. I commend you for it. And I get all
hot dogs. I do eat with my hands.
You do eat hot dogs.
Yeah. I just don't, but there's no way you can do that. I mean, I really could, but there's never an opportunity where I can have a solid table to fork and knife that. It's always like you're at a ball game and you have to walk around.
Yeah. Well, I feel like if you just had a hot dog on its own, like at your house, you could fork and knife it, because that's what I would do. But like on a bun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. No matter what, like when I'm home, everything I use a utensil for. Okay. Always. Chopstick it out. I'll do whatever. Whatever,
bitch. Yeah. I remember I asked like Chips the first thing because when you said that, I remember someone being like, here's a life hack. Eat Cheetos with chopsticks and then your fingers will never get orange. And I'm like, that's the point. If I'm gonna eat Cheetos, like I want to be a Donald Trump impersonator on my hands.
I literally, for like popcorn stuff in movie theaters, I will put chopsticks in my bag.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever been to the movies together, but I will put chopsticks in my bag and I will just like eat it like that.
I mean, to be fair, like that's smart because you're in a dirty place and then you're just like touching hands to your food and it's just like a cesspool. Yeah. So like honestly, that's like pretty smart.
Yeah.
I won't knock you.
And like candy, some people like pour it out in their hands. I just pour it in my mouth. So then I don't have to touch it.
Okay. Didn't even think about that. Yeah. Yeah, I would not do that.
Yep. Nope. Even when I'm at home, I don't even do that either.
Yeah. Well, I'm like one of those anal eaters who like, I need to make sure, like when I'm in the movie theater, I always get Sour Patch Kids. Like that's like my ritual. Mm-hmm. And I always eat 2 at a time. Like that's to like make it last longer, even though I still eat it within 15 minutes before the movie starts. But like, that's like how, so like to dump it in my mouth, like I wouldn't be able to ration it well. But that's just like a weird Dreism. So.
Nah, I get like so zoned in on movies that like I have to catch myself sometimes because my mouth will slowly like drop open because I'm so into the movie. I'm just like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen next? Yeah, like that's when you know I am hooked on a movie. When you see my mouth slowly like drop open, it's because I have lost all facial function. Like I have done, like my facial expressions are done. I mean, my voice already says it all. I'm just done.
Nah, man. No, I mean, that's a sign of a good ass movie is if you can make Katie's mouth drop. I like it. That's dope. All right, man.
I think we've had too much TMI.
We truly have, and that's okay. But
way too much TMI.
I just need everyone to know that I lick crackers and get really bad travel constipation. I just need people to know that.
Yeah, and people guess I can get to know that I use utensils for everything.
Yeah. Which, hey, you could give people ideas now to do that. So.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. 100%. Well, like you eat Oreos and you dunk it. I stick the chopstick right in the.
I didn't even think about Oreos. Yeah. Bitch, don't do that. Get a spoon.
No, I stick it right in the cream and I dunk it and then I just.
First of all, it should be milk, not cream. Are you dunking it in?
No, stick the chopstick in the cream.
LOL. Bobo the clown over here. All right. See, like someone taught me one time to use a spoon and then you like hold it under the surface.
Oh yeah.
And then like scoop it up. But I might try your chopstick, especially since I get double stuff. So
yeah, it's the only way you can do it with double stuff, because you get that single stuff, it's just a tease.
It is. It's pointless. Get out of here. Your single stuff. All right, man. Do you got any other recommendations of the week?
Recommendations. Oh no.
Oh no, you had 45 minutes to think about it.
Oh no.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you can go first. I'm just wallow in self-pity till I figure out what I'm doing.
Listen, it could literally, you can make your recommendation to jab Oreos with chopsticks and live your best clean finger life. But why do you think
I'm a germaphobe?
That's the thing. You're not even a germaphobe.
No, I don't like my hands being sticky from when I'm eating or greasy.
I mean, that's totally fair. Like, as soon as anyway, it doesn't matter. I was like going to go on another tangent. Who fucking cares? So my recommendation this week is that on, oh my God, when was it? I want to say Friday. Doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. I finished Kingdom, which is on Netflix. Katie loves this show as well. She was the one who peer pressured me into watching it. She's the one who peer pressures in this friendship. But also the internet was blowing up about it as well. If you haven't heard about it, it's essentially a period Korean piece, but it's zombies. And you would think that a zombie Korean movie would be kind of dumb. First of all, I would say Train to Busan. First of all, great fucking movie. But yeah, Kingdom is absolutely wonderful. It's only 6 episodes a season. There's only 2 seasons. So you only have to sit down for 12 hours to finish it. The storytelling is fucking amazing. The actors are awesome. It's really well paced. You never feel like you're bored for a single second. So if you can handle watching subtitles, then you can get through it. And I highly implore you to do it, that you should watch Kingdom now. And they are coming out with a season 3, but I do not know when. Probably not anytime soon, because I think they dropped the 2nd season a month or 2 ago. So anyway, that is my recommendation for the week. Go watch Kingdom on Netflix now, right after this podcast. Go do it. All right, Katie, I have given you a few minutes to think. What you got?
All right. So I am not specific to one genre of music.
Okay. As no one should.
Except for country. I just really, I can't do country. I've tried. I can't.
I can have a conversation with you about country and my qualms with it and my appreciations of it. But that's for another day.
Don't get me wrong. There are some good songs. I'm not totally discounting country, but you won't catch me just picking country out of a list of things I'm going to listen to. But there's a song called Heaven by Sapphire and some other people. And it is a jazz, a smooth jazz. And it's so good. It's beautiful.
Okay. Right on.
Listening to it. And it, I heard it because it popped up on my recommendations because I play Persona 5, and Beneath the Mask is sang by this person as well. Mm-hmm. And so another one of her songs got recommended, and I found this and I was like, and the guy sounds like V, who's in there.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I'm writing this down like I always do. So it's Heaven by Sapphire?
Yeah, Sapphire, and it's the Consouls and somebody else, but I can't remember what it is.
You may just have to send it to me.
You probably will be able to pull it up just from that, to be honest.
All right, let me see if I can Spotify search it.
It's a good pull. I recommend it.
Okay.
For all you jazz lovers out there.
I will say I did listen to Skechers by Drip Report last week. It's a funny song.
Isn't it?
Yeah. I I was like, who the fuck sat down and wrote this? Like,
I walked in the bathroom and Dustin had his headphones on and, he's just jamming out. And I see him giggle because there's one line is like, I'll give you the best if you just show me your boobs.
Yes.
And Dustin's just like, he did like the.
Dustin fucking would.
I was like, how are we related, dude? Like, how?
Oh my God. That's so funny.
But that's a good song.
I'm not seeing Heaven pull up right now. Album. Oh, okay. So it's off a 2018 album called The Velvet Lounge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Sapphire, the Consouls, AshestoAshesjc. That's a hell of an artist name.
But it is a good song.
Okay.
Do you hear the draw I had for that song?
Song. Are you living in the South now instead of me?
Ugh, no.
Yeah, don't come down here.
No.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm pretty sure that we've talked everybody's ear off.
Yes.
TMI. Serious, the TMI to why.
Yeah.
That is exactly what happens when you give awkward girls a podcast.
So who let us do this? That's what I want to know.
Well, they couldn't say no.
That's right. We did it behind their backs and we're like, LOL. All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening to us being awkward again another week. Hopefully we didn't scare you off and you'll come back next week. So we will again put like things for like voting, Black Lives Matter stuff. And if I think about it, we'll put a link for the song you recommended down there as well. We'll put our recommendations down there too. Yeah. So we'll make it all easy for you because we like it easy around here. That's true. We're dancing and it's a podcast. Yeah. Well, all right. Well, I'm Kat. And I'm Dre. And we are Brew Queens. Yeah. Still working on the outro. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Bye. God damn it. So